The main objective of VISDOM configurable dashboarding product quality is to monitor the quality status of DevOps projects. The tool is based in a quality model shown in this interface, which is adaptable for each of the projects that is going to be monitored. The quality indicators are defined as metrics based on aggregations calculated directly from the data provided from the data sources tools, which in this case are GitLab, SonarQube, and Jenkins. The metrics can be aggregated into factors, and at the same time the factors are aggregated into strategic indicators. The dashboard also provides forms to define the corresponding quality components and strategic indicators for each of the project. If we go to the options, here in strategic indicators or quality factors, we can define a new strategic indicator or a new quality factor. We can modify one of the ones we have configured already, but we don't want to do that, and we can add a new one. In this case, we only need to provide a name, provide a description, and then select the metrics that are going to be aggregated to calculate this new factor. If we leave it like this, it will be calculated as an average, but we can provide weight to each of the different metrics that are going to be aggregated. In this case, let's leave it as an average. We save the quality factor. And if we go to assessment factors, here we have a new factor. So as you can see, when the strategic indicators and quality factors are defined, the dashboard provides several ways of visualizing these indicators. The categories and the colors provided are also configurable. In this case, it's configured in 3 levels: red, which is poor, orange, moderate, and good, which is green. The quantification for each level is also configurable. We go to options, categories, and here we can switch color. We can add also categories, and we can provide thresholds to each of the categories. In this case, we only have 3 and they have been established. So once we have the strategic indicators, the quality factors, and so on defined, the dashboard allows to provide several ways of visualizing these indicators. For example, the strategic indicators, the factors, and the metrics are shown as gauge charts that provides a quick view of the status of each of the metrics or of the factors. We can quickly see if it's in a bad status or in a moderate status or so on. But for strategic indicators and factors, we have detailed strategic indicators views. And in this case, we can see what is the status of each of the factors that compose the strategic indicators. This view can be provided through different visualization. It could be provided by a radar chart, like in this case, also a polar chart, or stacked bar charts. This is the picture of today's status of the project, okay? But if we want to see the evolution of the indicator, we can click here and we will get a picture of how the indicators have been evolving since the date that we want until the date that we can select. Finally, we consider using heat maps to display the evolution of the strategic indicators in a certain period. The dashboard also has a profile manager, and the system administrator can create as many profiles as needed. By clicking Options and Profiles, we can see the different restrictions that each of the roles or profiles have, or we can create a new profile. For example, test. The description can be this is test, for example, and then we can give permissions to this profile. So we can allow the profile to see the factors and metrics, only the metrics, or all. Then we can allow access to both projects or just one. And then from this project we can restrict the access to some of the indicators or to all of them. Also, we can select the visualization that is going to be displayed for the strategic indicator view. It could be the bars, for example, for the detail factor, and for the quality model. So we could save profile. Okay. So now, the first time that we access to the dashboard, we need to select our profile, could be test, and then we only have the view project because we only have access to the view project. And we will see the 3 strategic indicators that we are allowed to see, and also the factors, the metrics, and so on. But for the detailed strategic indicators, we will see the visualization selected.